That's the article I got from David's filing cabinet.
Ox stew? Oh. A newspaper. They got married and they'd only been, like, together for a year. Jesus.
Dr. David Stiles and his wife Laura Ebenthorpe Stiles left a fundraising dinner in Oxford last evening and were driving home when their car was hit broadside. According to eyewitnesses, the second vehicle was hurtling down a crossroad at a tremendous speed. It ran a give-way sign and plunged into... Laura Stiles was pronounced dead on the scene, and David Stiles was rushed.
Samantha, please. They're not coming home.
Come on, kid. Time to go.
If you're step, if you smart, refuse to share your side when you in that day.
Stacks of blank paper. I don't need any right now, but it's nice to know Oxford is generous with office supplies.
My university only had free printing if you were an honor student. Which I wasn't, of course. My roommate bragged about it.
Hello?
Hey, I just found out what happened to Laura.
Everyone knows about the tragedy.
Well, I'm new to Oxford, and I didn't know. I'm really sorry.
You didn't ask him, did you? I hope to heaven, Samantha, that you weren't asking him painful questions.
No.
Well, don't. Poor man doesn't need to be reminded. Not that he isn't every day of his blinking life. But he can't stand people talking about it. That's why he won't let anyone come over here.
But this house is full of reminders. Laura's pictures are everywhere. Even that calendar is still set to 2002.
He won't let me change any of it.
I get it. He wants to be reminded of her, for his own self. But he can't bear to hear other people talk about it, because there's no way they can possibly understand. And anything they say just seems idiotic.
Maybe that's right, I don't know. In any case, I thank you to avoid the subject with him completely. Doesn't he have enough troubles on his mind already?
That calendar is out of date. Oxford Police Department. Gee, that's reassuring. It's a card for a psychologist. Now that's a phone number I'd have handy. I don't need a drink right now. Houdini must have mistaken this plant for a really large salad. The door's locked. Nothing. Interesting. This is signed by a bunch of people in the neurobiology department. I should see if I can find a personnel list to compare it with. I'm kind of curious to see who signed it, and who didn't.
For fuck's sake.
Abram Linkweller must be the enemy in the department.
Where he wasn't there.
Abram Linkweller... Abram Lin- Breath. A little light reading? No thanks. There.
Sexist fucks.
Hi, Mephistopheles.
Miss... What can I do for you today, Miss Everett?
Mind if I ask a few questions?
The asker always reveals more than the one who answers. Ask away.
I finished The Betrayer's Price.
Did you? Congratulations are in order. You might want to check the box again. One never knows.
I'll do that. Are you a member of the Daedalus Club?
If I were a member, I'd be sworn by oath not to reveal the name of any member, and that would include myself. Do you know what the penalty is for breaking an oath?
No. What?
Having your eye plucked out.
I hope that's not the kind of trick you pull for the tourists.
It's pretty convincing with a bit of stage blood.
Is it true that every member of the Daedalus Club once pulled off a grand game?
Oh, yes. It doesn't matter who you know or how successful you might be. Even CIA code breakers have to create a game.
There are CIA codebreakers in the Daedalus Club?
Certainly. It's about the game in all its forms, though magic and illusion play a large role, naturally.
Naturally. So, can you tell me more about what a grand game is exactly?
I suppose I might tell you about some of the famous games of the past. Those that became so well known they can't really be considered secret anymore.
Do you think it's possible that someone could be running a grand game in Oxford? Right now?
Is it possible?
Well, not me.
Not me.
Not me.
You have my attention. Tell me about some of the famous grand games.
Let's see. There was the successful TV illusionist. He was famous for making large things disappear.
You mean...
No names, please. As it happens, one of his most legendary stunts was to make the Statue of Liberty disappear from the New York harbor for 30 minutes.
I remember that.
It wasn't just for the TV cameras. That feat was a bid for entry to the Daedalus Club.
No way! Did he get in?
Remember the eye, my dear. Remember the eye.
Tell me about another grand game.
And this one caused quite a scandal. Tiffany's in London had a window display of a ring called the Crensfield Star. The pink diamond in this ring was worth millions.
Yeah?
One day, the Tiffany's manager noticed that the ring was gone. The security guards remembered a well-dressed, frail old lady who had stopped to ask questions. Within hours, the theft was all over the news, and the police were searching the city. They kept getting strange tips about this little old lady, and were led on a merry chase. It was on the news all day, getting more and more bizarre.
But
What is it?
did they really steal the ring?
My dear, do you think the Deedlers Club would accept a thief? Let me finish the story. No, in the end, the ring was found the next morning, in Scotland Yard, in the cup of coffee of the chief detective on the case.
Oh, that is awesome. With my luck, though, I'd end up in jail.
There's always risk in a great game. Managing it is the sign of a master, but it's not a stunt I would recommend to you. No.
Any more grand games you can tell me about?
Just one more, I think. This was a game a potential member designed for his wife. She was a twin and had been separated from her sister when they were small. The man found the twin and plotted a way for the two women to meet. One of the sisters was an antique collector and the other worked for Sotheby's. He designed a beautiful game that had them both tracking down pieces of an ancient chess set until the quest brought them together. A lovely piece of work. And touching, very delicately done.
I see what you mean. There are all kinds of games.
Perhaps someday you will invent yet another kind, Miss Everett. I look forward to it.
The head lab rat has arrived.
You call us rats one more time and I'll castrate you.
Lambs.
What?
We're lambs, not rats.
The Lambs Club. What's that supposed to mean?
I like it. It's better than rats. Brilliant, darling.
Oh, fine, the Lambs Club. But what about Styles? What about the mad scientist who's sucking our brains dry?
He's doing no such thing.
Yeah, well, he's weird enough to do it.
Come on, Harvey. He's not your punchline. People are always afraid of what they don't understand. Are you so perfect and popular that you can point the finger of weirdness at David Styles? Are any of you? The man has been through hell. His wife was killed right in front of him in an accident. He himself was badly burned. And he must have gone through God knows how many skin grafts. But he's not mentally damaged. Or even weird. I heard it myself from an expert who's seen Dr. Styles' medical reports. There's nothing wrong with him. He just likes his privacy. And can you blame him when everyone is so vicious? As for me, if I hear one more person pass on that lame gossip, I'm going to personally stuff it back down their throats.
So you don't believe the gossip, then?
Who told you about Styles' medical reports?
Mr. Headley.
I never believed anything bad about Dr. Styles.
The man can do what he likes as far as I'm concerned. My family is legendary for eccentrics. My grandmama liked to get naked on the roof and wave to planes. Well, who doesn't? But what about the track?
I've seen the plan for the experiment myself. It's routine. Even the department head approved it. The prank at the track is completely unrelated. Dr. Styles is perfectly normal.
System in America. Hundreds of thousands of children in the U.S. are wards of the state, farmed out to private homes, and sometimes home after home after home. The foster family is paid a stipend, leading some families to take in two.
nice room. Alright, I think this is a good place to stop. Hi guys, welcome back.
Laura loved to curl up in that chair and read, especially on stormy nights. Laura used to brush her hair every night before bed. I know I felt Laura in that bed this morning. The balcony that overlooks the back garden. I haven't used it since Laura left. I read the driest science books I can find, but not even that can put me to sleep at night.
Oh, did you see how the loading screen was different?
Most items in here belong to Laura. I've never allowed Stella to touch them. Those are mine. I can almost picture Laura in that tub. She loved hot baths. I already had one today. I don't need a towel.
Hi, sweetie.
Laura's father found a baby owl while hunting and brought it home. She loved it. It died the night before our wedding day. Put a slight damper on things. One of my ancestors salvaged pieces from a burned cathedral and installed them in Dreadhill House. Laura wanted to clean some of it out, but she never got the chance.
Hi, baby.
I don't know why I carry my wallet. I hardly ever leave the house.
Sweetheart, no. Come on.
The key to my private lab. Not even Mrs. Dalton is allowed in there.
She's become so clingy ever since I came back from dog sitting. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay.
I can't look at that dress without remembering how Laura looked in it. She was radiant in white. girl is in that room. I wish she'd stayed at Oxford. Spare rooms. I keep them locked. Laura looked so elegant in that portrait. Laura looked... It's Indonesian. It's supposed to protect the house against bad spirits. Looks like that's stocked well enough for the moment. If Mrs. Dalton needs more for incidentals, she'll let me know. She hated me for taking this one, but I couldn't help it. She looked so radiant with joy. Laura and me, she looks wonderful in this one. That was taken on our honeymoon. We spent it in the Loire Valley in France. That's the gîte rural we lived in, near Saint-Benoît-le-Forêt. Laura and me at the Assam Reserve, India. This is a picture of our lake cottage. I can use this for the memory I'm working on today. This was taken at the benefit dinner we attended the night of the accident. I only keep it because I can't bear to throw away any image of Laura.
Oh, this poor guy.
My patients. I wonder how they're faring these days.
Oh, so... Don't eat that. You've already eaten two. Damn it, Zoe. No, get off. Jesus. Would you go away? Come here.
My pedigree, it all seems rather pointless now. My pet...
Hi, sweetheart.
That's my old consulting office. There's nothing in there that I want.
Hi, goofy girl.
I don't need to call right now.
Get off the keyboard. So...
Most of these were Laura's. She was the music lover in the family. Laura loved to work at the dining room table. She had to have
Don't eat the headset cord.
I haven't listened to it since she left. These remind me so much of Laura. She loved to paint at Timmins Park. Laura's paintings at Timmins Park. Laura... Laura enjoyed throwing dinner parties. The Family Channel.
Good morning. tea and toast? Feasting the lads as usual?
Not yet. I'll eat later.
You need to eat, David.
Later.
As you say.
I think I'm gonna have to stop here. Somebody's getting in the way.